Here's a sentence error identification question. Let's take a look at this first question together. When you read the sentence, try to listen for something that catches your ear as to its level of incorrectness or if it sounds choppy. 14 years after the Galileo space probe was launched from the Space Shuttle Atlantis, the mission was purposely ended when the Galileo disintegrates in the dense atmosphere of the planet Jupiter. Now, if you don't hear anything, and I don't recommend you listen for errors and just say to yourself, well, this doesn't sound right, because the test writers will purposely plant things in the text that don't sound right. Many people don't use pronouns correctly, or they're oblivious to objective and subjective pronouns. And so the test writers will put the correct answer in, and it won't, quote unquote, so-called sound right. So what you're looking at here is now try to find the error. Well, one of the first things to take a look at, subject-verb agreement. It's very common, very useful way to start. 14 years after the Galileo space program was launched, ED. So here you have a look at the verb at the beginning of the sentence. Right? The mission was purposely, now after the comma, the mission was purposely ended when the Galileo disintegrates in the dense atmosphere of the planet Jupiter. If the first verb here, and it is not underlined, says was launched, then what you have here is a problem. When the Galileo disintegrated in the dense atmosphere of the planet Jupiter, that was when the mission was purposely ended. And here again, you have the past tense of the verb. So what you're going to need to look at is a commonality here. You don't have pronoun issues. This is an easier type of question because you have verb and verbs that are not parallel. So look for that one first. There is an error. The answer is C, and that should really be a good place to start. Again, you have to make sure that you look for the error. Please don't fall into the trap that says, well, I'm going to try to find something that doesn't sound correct. That's not the way to work. So the way this should read, 14 years after the Galileo space probe was launched from the Space Shuttle Atlantis, the mission was purposely ended when the Galileo disintegrated in the dense atmosphere of the planet Jupiter. Again, the answer is C.